Hey Tulsa, this is Gabe for the Tulsa Video Magazine. Our article of the month this month is on tattoos. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share my personal experience with my first tattoo, and then I'm going to take you around to some of the shops and get some insight from the artists. So the idea for writing an article about tattoos started when I heard about the 24-hour Cancer Sucks Marathon that Spaded and Jaded is putting on in May. They're gathering some artists, and they're going to go to the Tulsa State Fairgrounds Expo Center, and they're going to tattoo people for $50 a piece for 24 hours straight. So I thought this would be a great idea for the Tulsa Video Magazine to get involved with a Tulsa event. Thus, the idea for writing an article about tattoos started. My first tattooing experience was interesting, to say the least. I conceived the idea when I turned 18. I wanted to memorialize my brother, who died in a car wreck when I was 13. And so that kind of is what started the whole idea of getting a tattoo. And so I wanted to make it very meaningful to me. And so my idea was to put his name on my back in some way, and then use a couple other things to symbolize what I needed in my life. So I chose a name to remember, a psalm to live by, a cross to live for, and wings to protect me along the way. And so my actual experience, this particular tattoo took about 12 hours to do. I didn't do it all in one setting. I could only last for a maximum of 2 hours. So it took me 8 settings to actually finish my tattoo. And I can honestly say that there is not any other pain that I've ever been in that's more intense. People can say whatever they want to about tattoos. They hurt. It's very painful to get one. My very first time that I went, the first session that I did, about 5 minutes in, I almost passed out. And so my mom ended up having to go to the store and get me some candy. And I didn't want to not get the tattoo, so I had the artist continue on afterwards. And after I had that piece of candy, I think it was a sucker, I was able to go for a full, I think it was an hour my first session. And he did a lot of the lining work, and then after that, then the sessions continued, and he just continued to work on the piece. And I had a really good experience, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and because I put so much thought and effort into it, there's no other tattoo that I think I'm going to get, just because this is the one that I wanted, and I think it's the one I needed. For those of you who are getting a tattoo for the first time, I went ahead and asked all of the local artists here in Tulsa what their #1 piece of advice would be. Here's what they said.
Probably the best advice I could give is don't micromanage the tattoo artist too much. Let them kind of do their own thing.
I would definitely say check out portfolios and stuff.
Do your research. Make sure you look at the artists. That if you have an artist in mind, make sure you do a lot of research on them.
I would say just go in the tattoo shop with an open mind.
Don't do it anywhere else but here.
Do your research. Research your artists.
Shop. Look at your artists.
Have their design decided. I definitely would say that look at everybody's portfolio.
To really think on the piece and take a year, and if after a year you still want it, then to go for it. Because nowadays tattoos become such a trend that somebody will jump on Pinterest and they'll only have wanted a tattoo for 2 weeks, and those are the people that we sit down, we talk to, we make sure, why do you want this? Oh, my mom passed, I want an infinity. Well, does an infinity really represent your mom, or did you like it because of Pinterest? Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I just like it because of Pinterest. Well, think of something in 10 years that's still gonna, represent your mom.
Well, it seems to me like the common theme here is research. Research your art and the artist before you decide to get your tattoo. Well, let's move on to the mechanics of how a tattoo is done, like the machine types. So there are primarily 2 types of machines that artists can use. There's a rotary machine and a coil machine. Here's a brief explanation on how they both work by a Tulsa local artist named Dennis.
My name is Dennis. I am at the tattoo shop of Tulsa. All it is, it pushes the armature bar, which is this piece, pushes it away from this point. The spring on the back pushes it back. So it makes constant contact on this pin, which moves the armature bar. Once the armature bar is going, depending on how you set it up, it goes fast, it goes slow, soft, hard. We set up 1,000 different ways. So this is what actually drives your needle cartridge, which sits in the end. Okay? So the needle cartridge connects in the end, and that rod is connected to a motor in this particular part here. And the difference between that and the traditional coil machine is massive. And depending on what kind of rotary you have, most of them are almost completely silent. And you hear the difference in the motor.
My name is Big C's. I'm the owner and artist here at Mi Familia Tattoo Studio.
Hello everybody, my name is Bill Renegade Miller from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'm the proud owner of Renegade's Top Hat Tattoos.
I'm Mark Hartenberger. I'm the owner here of Black Sheep Tattoo.
My name is Ben Powell. I'm the co-owner of Toxic Monkey Tattoos.
My name's Rev Benson. I'm here at Tulsa Tattoo Company.
Aaron Plyler, Black Sheep Tattoo, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I'm Austin McCullough, Mi Familia Tattoo.
Toxic Monkey Tattoos.
Thanks for being a part of the Tulsa Video Magazine experience. We hope you learned something unique about Tulsa, and we look forward to seeing you around Tulsa soon. Don't forget to check out the remainder of these articles by clicking on one of the icons above this video.